Hey guys, Pete Tkachuk here. I want to ask you to think about the most toxic relationship that you can think of. Maybe in your life it's a relationship with a parent or parents with a child. Maybe it's with a spouse or an ex or somebody in your life like that. Maybe it's somebody at work or somebody you knew or a former friend. But just think about that relationship and how toxic it may be today. I would dare say that you cannot have more toxic of a relationship than that between a slave master and a slave. And you're saying, wow, that escalated really quickly. But it's true, and there's a story here that I want to share with you guys. Again, you think about how toxic that would be between a slave master who would literally say, I own you, like everything you do is mine. You have to do every disgusting thing that I would ask you to do, whatever that is, or you die. And then there's the slave who knows he has no freedom, and then there's this person that literally controls everything and just ruining your life till you die. That's just such a terrible, terrible relationship, and we get mad when somebody tells us to take the garbage out one too many times, right? But you imagine you live in something like that. The Bible speaks to this really cool story. It's actually an epistle from Paul to Philemon, who was a slave owner. And if he were here today, you could imagine that story where he would say, hey, I am Philemon, I used to be a slave owner, but once in Ephesus, I came across this teacher, Paul, who told me about Jesus of Nazareth and about the things he taught and the crazy things he did and how he died, which seemed so disappointing, but then he was came back from the dead, he was resurrected, and it turns out he was the Son of God, and I believed in that, and I was saved through that because he died for me. And then maybe you could hear Onesimus' story about how he ran away from Philemon, robbed him blind, and went and met Paul in Rome by accident and heard about that same Jesus and realized, man, he was crucified just like I would be as a slave crucified if somebody finds out that I'm a slave, that I ran away from my master. But then he believes in Jesus, and now he's returning back to Philemon with this letter in hand and the words of Paul where he says, receive him as you would receive him. Verse 16, no longer as a bondservant, but more than a bondservant, as a beloved brother. The most hateful, toxic relationship in the world can be brought together again, can be healed, can be reunited because of Jesus. He can heal those relationships no matter how big the split, how bad the situation, how gnarly, how disgusting, how just terrible and depressing your relationship might be that you're thinking about right now. Christ can come in and say, man, I can make you brothers. I can bring you near again. I can turn around everything inside of your life and bring healing and reconciliation. I just want to wish that to you and just pray that over you, but just bless you in that respect, because man, we need so much less of that toxicity, so much less of that wall building, and so much more unity and love in our life. All right, guys, be blessed.